Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 career mode here today. And for this episode, we have two more races for you guys at Catalunya and Assen. If you guys missed the last episode, then go check it out by clicking on the card in the top right hand corner of your screen, guys, for the last two races at Le Mans and Mugello before you watch this episode. Before we delve into any further spoilers, there will also be a playlist link down below in the description if you guys want to check out any of the previous episodes in this series so far. Now, first of all, in the last episode, guys, we had a poll for the helmet that I was going to run for the rest of the series, and it was three helmets to choose from. It was my helmet from last season, a modified version of that one, and a completely brand new kind of aggressive design. And the option C design was actually the winner by quite a way. So we're going to be sticking with it now, and we're going to jump into it and just confirm the helmet. So here we go. We're going to jump into the rider customization, and the helmet that I'm currently using is the one that's going to stay. So as you can see here, if we go to my creations, this is the baby we're going to be running now for the rest of the season. You guys voted for it, so as you can see, we're going to be running this now for the foreseeable future. Personally, I love it. It's a really aggressive design, and I really like it. So yeah, I'm happy that you guys voted for that one because I'm really happy with how this helmet turned out. With that being said, though, let's focus now on the racing, shall we? Now, for this race here in Catalunya, we're going to make some upgrades. Now, we did them in the last episode. We're going to do them once again. We're going to do the anti-wheelie. We're going to max that out, and also we need some more engine power as we are lacking quite badly on straights. So we're going to improve the engine as well. So we're going to spend our points. Apparently, according to you guys, doing the second anti-wheelie upgrade completely removes the wheelies completely. So we're going to do that already, and hopefully that will help us out as we go into the next two races at Catalunya and Assen here. Two very good circuits once again, and you can see here Assen especially being my favourite circuit on pretty much on the entire calendar, alongside Phillip Island and maybe Mugello as well. So yeah, let's jump into Catalunya then. We're going to tackle practice first, and then try and get into Q2 and take it from there. So let's get into it. It's time for the Catalan GP. Seems like this is another circuit which absolutely fries your tyres. So yeah, straight away I can see that we are struggling here for rear tyres in terms of cooking them. Also the fronts as well. Either way though, in terms of the practice program, we're looking good here. First lap wasn't great. It was actually half a second off the actual threshold, but this time we're better, and we do set a lap good enough there as we smash it a second time around and get the maximum score. So far so good. Looks like we've got pretty decent pace around here. Not fantastic, but pretty decent. And we're going to see how that translates as we look at the current lap time. So we're P3, 10th and a half off of Marquez, and just a fraction off Luti. However, they were on hards, so they've got a little bit of pace at the minute. However, we are going to now transition over to the quick lap simulation and run double softs and see if we can try and beat the time threshold and also set a lap good enough for Q2. So with that being said, let's jump into it. An absolutely fantastic lap on these soft tyres, although my rear tyre is absolutely fried. It really takes a pounding around here. Soft tyre on the rear is going to be deadly. I think you'll only get one lap out of qualifying. I mean, look, it's 152 brick red on the bottom right, but we are going to do a lap that's good enough. And 45.9, I think that was pretty good score. And comfortably quickest in the time threshold. So that's going to see us go P1 in the session, and that lap should also see us complete the practice program and also see us into Q2. So let's confirm it, and there you go. Pretty quick, 1.7 quicker than Baldassarri, but all those guys are pretty much running hards. And to be honest with you, I might run a hard here as well. This might be one of those tracks. I said in the last episode in Mugello I should have run a hard there, and I'm definitely considering it for this one. But yeah, that's practice done. We're now going to move into qualifying. Okay, so into Q2 as P1, so far so good. Now we're going to jump into qualifying. We're going to try and run the soft, but we're only going to get one lap out of the tyres, I think. Tyre temperatures are way too hot around here, and a second lap might be too risky. I hate this hairpin so much. No confidence at all to get the bike slowed down. I get the power down on the exit. But we don't seem to have too much of a pace deficit through there, even though I struggle. We might struggle more in the race though with the harder tyres. That's something I've got my eye on. So far, this has been, when I mean a perfect lap, I mean a perfect lap. That was a little bit wide there and through there as well. So the last two corners, as I started talking, I lose my focus a bit. And not as smooth, but still a strong lap nonetheless. Let's see as we cross the line here what we do. And it's a 45.8, and that is our fastest lap of the weekend. And to be honest, I think that could be good enough for pole position, to be honest. On a soft. I don't think no one's going to challenge that. So I think we're good. I think we can say that's pole for us, and I don't think we'll have to go out again. Okay, so for once, I think we've bossed the qualifying, and I think we're going to be okay. The real challenge is going to be in the race when we run the harder tyres, and also let me in the comments down below, guys. I'm starting to think I should probably run whatever the AI run tyre-wise. We should run that in qualifying if I can. So let me know in the comments down below. But I think that's going to be it for qualifying. We're now going to move into the race. There we go then. In the end, we get pole by just underneath 1.5 seconds to Enia Bastianini and Fabio Di Gianantonio third. So both Italian riders there on the front row with me. And the Spanish favourites, Alex Marquez and Xavi Vierge, 5th and 6th there. So yeah, they're pretty close behind in terms of grid position. If they get a good start, they could challenge me to the first corner. Marcel Schrotter down in P8, Thomas Luthi only in P9. So quite a surprising grid to be fair. But let's see how it all shakes out going into the race. It's time for round 7 for the Catalan GP. Here we are then on the grid for the Catalan GP. There is Fabio Di Gianantonio, who won the French Grand Prix at Le Mans. Remember, you couldn't actually get past him, and he managed to get away. So, yeah, he's up there. Also, I just realised I didn't look for Jorge Navarro, who is the championship leader, and he was in the top 9. So this could be a massive opportunity for us to really score some big points. So, first of all, let's take care of the tyres. Now, for this one, a hard is tempting me, I can't lie. The front does get a bit of wear around here as well. I'm gonna try the hard because in Mugello we lost the front a bit towards the end, and even if you lose the rear, as long as you've got a front tyre to lean on, especially with these Moto 2 bikes which use a lot of front tyre, you can't need that. Now also, let's see how we get away with our starts. Our starts this season have been average at best, if not very poor, and we just put the second anti-wheelie upgrade on, so we hopefully should keep the bike a bit lower. I'm going to try and let it drag in first gear a bit longer, then try and get into second and see how it goes. So let's jump into the race then nonetheless, and let's try and convert this pole position into another race win. Here we go then. Let's get ready for the 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Good start. The anti-wheelie upgrade really helping us out there. And we have a little bit of contact. I believe that was Bastianini, but we get a good start nonetheless. Although look at that, everyone powers past. We're going to go down the inside of turn 1 very late on the brakes. And we repass everybody, including Di Gianantonio for first place. And that is a very good turn 1, and that was a good start as well, to be fair. We lost that in the second phase, not on the actual launch. So overall, I'd say that was a success and a good start. And now we've got to try and adapt and get used to these hard tyres, front and rear, which is going to be quite a surprise, quite a shock to the system because we're going 2 compounds harder from the double softs in qualifying. So far, they feel okay. They don't feel too different. Just they've got to be a little bit careful in terms of how much I commit to certain corners and how much I risk with the front brake into the apexes. But so far, you can see the mini-map. We've got a nice gap already here, and it's a healthy lead. It could be our first comfortable win of the season. You know, Argentina was probably the most comfortable win so far, which you guys didn't see. But even then, we was P4 at the end of lap 1, and we had to make our way through. So this is the first time all season I've actually led on lap 1. So this is good. Navarro's down in P24, just noticed. So my championship rival is way down the order here as I go into the hairpin for the first time. Way too cautious there. As Tom Luthi goes down, that's one of the favourites. He hits the deck, so that's a big crash for him. Lequana as well for the second race in a row. Let's see where others are. Xavi Vierge down at P22. I wonder if Navarro's making any progress as we go for the penultimate corner here. A bit of a poor line through there, but we've got a good gap behind, so no one's really putting any pressure on, so I can make mistakes and get away with it. as Alex Marquez is up to P6 there. So then, lap 1 draws to a close. There's the visual gap we have, so we're looking comfortable here. So at the minute, this is probably the most comfortable I've been all season. Let's try and win this race. We've got 5 more laps ahead of us. So let's try and win comfortably, but also manage our tyres. And try and pick up the W. Navarro up to P18 already now, so he's making great progress on the recovery ride there. Let's see where he ends up. He's still at the points though. Wow, Navarro's up to P14. He's making incredible progress at the minute. As Odendal gets back past, but Navarro really making a strong recovery ride here so far, and he's already into the points. Meanwhile, surprise, surprise, I believe Sam Lowe's is in P2. End of lap 2, that was a pretty decent lap to be fair. And we've actually pulled out a bit more of a gap. The hard tyres working okay, 47.8, not great pace, but no one's really challenging me at the minute, so we can get away with this average pace at the minute. Wow, Navarro's into the top 10, he's into P9 now. Bastianini, who he's just overtaken, started on the front row, so incredible how races can just turn around just like that. Meanwhile, we've got Marini in P2. He's making a bit of a breakaway from the rest of the pack, but Navarro seems like he's got really strong pace. The fastest guy on the circuit right now is Dominic Agata, and I believe he's outside the points, so that goes to show where the pace has been this race. However, this lap has been a better one from me. That was a little bit more on the pace, but still not quite there. Marini was faster than me at that lap, so we need to try and find more pace if we can on these hard tyres. Wow, Marcel Schrotter's down at P27 as well. What a strange race. Everyone's all over the place. Not to say at the minute, my pace is not improving. Even though I feel like I'm doing better, it just feels like everyone behind is going faster and faster. Marini is really closing me down here, and I can't really respond. I'm on the limit of what these tyres can do. My tyre wear speaks for itself, and also my tyre temperatures as well. Up to the line, let's see what this lap is. It's a 47.8. I just can't get below a 47.5 at the minute. I really can't. And Navarro's all up to P7 now. 2 laps to go. I think we might struggle to win this race. That's a poor line through there. Again, I feel like I'm on a better lap, but it feels like also Marini's closing up even more. Pace is so close at the minute. It's a very tense race. If I just get through this race and win this one, then Assen will be a better one for me. I'm very strong around there, unless they've patched that pace deficit. But you can see there, and I visually on the minimap, and also you can just see Marini's really closing me down. Another 47.8. I'm just consistent, but not quick enough. So this is all I've got, to be honest, going on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. It's a good thing, because Navarro's had great pace, and if he'd been at the front of the race, at the front today, competing, he'd be long gone in the distance. And I'll say this, it's a good thing we ran the hard front, because the front is more worn than the rear. If I had gone for a medium, I'd be in so much trouble right now. So it's a really good thing we went for the hard. It was a great call. And in many ways, it saved me from the issues I had in Mugello in the last race. So very, very good call there. Marini's still 1.1 behind. He's struggling to just make up this last bit of the gap now. I wonder if he's also struggling on his tyres now. This is a very heavy circuit for tyre wear, not just me, but I think everyone struggles. But here we go then. Into the final couple of corners now. The penultimate turn here. Nice and easy, a bit wide there, but we'll take it nice and calmly. And then into the final corner then. Down a gear. Easy does it. And there we go, on the power. And there we go, even though he wasn't the fastest today, we are going to come through and we are going to win the Spanish Grand Prix in Catalunya, more like the Catalan GP in Barcelona if I'm being more specific. But you can see there, 25 points for us in the championship. Sam Lowe's with a surprise third place out of nowhere. He wasn't even in the top 9 in qualifying, so really good job from him, and good result for his season there. And 2 British drivers, or rather, on the podium, with split by an Italian as Marini comes in second place. Di Gianantonio P4, Alex Marquez P5, Baldassari P6 with Navarro in the end P7, and then Locatelli and Manzi in P9. In terms of what that means for the Riders' Championship, we are now equal on points with Jorge Navarro, but because we've won more races, I'm guessing we overtake him on that merit. So we're equal points going to Assen, but we are P1 in the championship for the first time this season. Marcel Schrotter drops back a little bit, as does Marquez, and they're 34 and 36 points apiece behind. And then the Gianantonio, Baldassari, Luzzi and Bastianini a little bit further back respectively. But yeah, it's looking like a two-way scrap at the minute between myself and Navarro for the championship as we go into Assen. In terms of the team championship though, we are currently P3. We do extend that gap quite heavily over Flexbox HP40 there, and we're now pretty much 20 points clear, and only 20 points behind Donovolt. So somehow, out of nowhere, we're now getting ourselves into contention for second place there, so not too shabby. But that being said, guys, that is it for Catalunya, and we're now going to move into the next race in Assen. I'm loving this already. We're down on the time threshold actually, surprisingly in our first lap, so I do wonder if they've patched it a bit and the pace has been increased. I hope it has, because Assen's always been too easy for me, but I love this circuit so much, and the increased pace of these bikes making it just a lot more fun. That was rude. Let's test out our new engine upgrade from the last race, shall we? Look at that. Against the Dynavolt bike. Right then, let's see if we get the time threshold on our second lap. Here we go then. Seems like already we're struggling for pace a little bit, but it is going to be enough. And we are going to smash the practice program, so that one's done and dusted, and that is in the books. Let's have a look at some lap times and see where we are and see where we need to improve, as we'll probably jump into the quick lap simulation now. So let's have a look first of all. Currently P9, and we're quite a way off the pace. Look at that, Schrotter with a 39.1, soft front, hard rear, Dejan Antonio there with a medium hard. So the AI, I can say they are definitely quicker already in the patch. They've made them way quicker here at Assen, which is good to see. So yeah, we're going to get back to it. We're currently last out of the actual runners, so we need to improve. So we're going to go for the quick lap simulation and try and find some more pace and confidence around here. I feel like I'm still quite a way off my true pace, so yeah, we're going to get to work. Right then, pretty good lap. Should be good enough as we go into the final chicane on the power. Will it be fastest? Not sure. I don't think it was. I didn't really catch that. It was a 38.9. We do smash the practice program though, and we do kind of find some pace on that lap. Admittedly, again, it was on soft, so we're maxed out, but the pace was better there. Let's have a look and see what the lap time was. We're currently P2, so it was actually a 39.002, so just a fraction off by Lazari. And to be fair, he done his lap on soft medium, so that makes more sense. Not too bad. Definitely happy that AI have improved pace around here, because I love this track, but it's always too easy for me, and it always has been for the last 3 games. So really good to see that. Now, I'm quite happy that I think that lap should be good enough for Q2, although it's very close. You can see here, one of the closest sessions of the season, the top 18, which is what Q1 is, covered by 1.2 seconds. So it is close, but I reckon we should be good to get into Q2 with that lap. So let's jump into qualifying and see how we get on. Okay, so we're into Q2, but not quickest. You can see Alex Marquez and Tom Luthi actually improved quite a bit there, and we got pushed down to P4 as, in terms of the seeding system for Q2. But having said that, we're looking good, so let's jump into qualifying and let's see how we get on. Okay then, qualifying time. Let's see what we can do. I reckon a mid-38 will be the pole time. That's not the way you want to start the lap there, getting on the grass like that. Pretty good lap so far. Got traffic in the form of Dejan Antonio in front of us. Oh, that's a bit wide. And we hit the back of Dejan Antonio there. Using him as a brake into the chicane. There we go, then end of lap 1. Let's see where we go. Up across the line, 38.6. That's a good lap, that's a good open up. There's more pace in it though. We'll strap on a fresh set and go again. I think there's a low 38 in there. A couple of mistakes, a bit scruffy at times, and also just, you know, hitting the AI never really helps. Oh, that's a bit wide. I was doing so well up to that point. Let's keep going though. We can still improve. There's a poor line through there. I don't think we're going to improve. Rear tyres cooked. 39.0. Surprisingly, we don't improve. So I'll try again on these tyres. See if we can find some more time. while again. Through the chicane. On the power. Up to the line. Do we improve? Come on. Yes, we do. Just by a fraction. The smallest of margins, but it was just a cleaner lap. I'm happier showing you guys that lap than the one before. It was just scruffy. I wasn't happy with it. So there we go. We do improve. Will that be enough for pole? We will find out shortly, but that's me done for the session. There we go then, pole position, job done, and we secure it by around half a second over Marcel Schrotter, Luca Marini P3, Lorenzo Baldassarre P4, and let's scroll down a bit, let's see where Navarro is. He's P10, so he's a little bit far down there, and you've got a few wild cards in there. Sam Lowe's again in amongst it, Remy Gardner as well, Alex Marquez only P11, so a very mixed up grid, but we once again secure pole. Can we win the race though, and convert the pole into another race win? Let's find out. Okay then, here we are on the grid for the Dutch TT of Assen. First of all, we're going to change the tyres. I am leaning towards soft medium, but I'm going to play it safe and go medium hard. Again, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to play it safe. I think I've got pace. I want to have tyres to last the whole race. So let's jump into it then, and let's see if we can try and win and make it 2 in a row for this episode. And I think that'll be our first episode all season where we've had 2 wins in the same episode. So let's see how we go then. It's time for round 8 of the season for the Dutch Grand Prix. Let's jump into it. Here we go then, the 5 red lights, come on, let's try and get a good start here. Lights out and away we go. Not a bad start to be fair. The anti-wheelie definitely helping us out. We got down the inside there off the 2 of them. That was risky. Marini takes first place from us though. He overtakes me for now. I'm a little bit higher here, so I'm going to have to be careful. On the outside line, that's not where you want to be. Try and floor if we can, as Schrotter's there. We're going to show them the long way around. We're going to hold the inside line here at Struben. Keep it nice and tight. Tom Luthi up to P4, but Luca Marini leads the way. Again, another relatively good start. I seem to have gone on top of that now. Ever since I got the anti-wheelie upgrades installed, we're much better off. But Luca Marini, they're making a run for it early on. Let's try and not let him get away too far. I want to try and keep him in my sights if I can. At the minute, medium hard feels fine. Nothing too noticeable in terms of grip. Obviously, there's a little bit of less grip, but what you'd expect. But so far, so good though. I'm curious to see on the left-hand side. I'm waiting for Navarro's position to flash up on screen as Nagashima jumps up to P3. That's a poor line through there. A little bit too tight. Right then, this is the part I love. Just flat out through here all the way. There we go, Navarro's P8. He's duking it out with Tom Luthi, so that's fine by me. As that point draws to a close here of this 6-lap race. And it's Marini who leads with P2, but I'll take this position for the championship. Preferably I'd like to win though. A little bit hot there to turn 1. I can't brake as late as I do with the soft tyres. Right then, end of lap 2. And 39.4, that's good pace from us. As I'm trying to close down the gap there to Marini for P1. Hot again into turn 1 there. I can't seem to get that sorted out like I did in qualifying. At the minute though, he's got good pace, but I'm just starting to reel him in now. Hopefully the harder tyres will pay dividends for us towards the end of the race. The faster guys are starting to line up behind me now, as Schrotter and Luthi are the 2 ones behind me on the Dynavolt machine. So they're starting to line up here and put the pressure on. I need to try and catch up to Marini now and make some, real progress. At the minute, he's keeping me honest, and I'm not able to catch him. Finally, we managed to nail turn 1 there, as we're now half race distance. Let's try and close in on Marini this lap. This has to be the lap where we start to make some progress. Okay, Navarro's making progress now. He's up to P4. Schrotter's P5. Luti's P3. So like I said, they're all starting to line up behind me here. Uh-oh, I'm hot. I'm going to have to go across. I was hot there. Had to straight line it. I actually gained a bit of time there, to be fair, so I'll just back off a little bit. But yeah, that was the first mistake of the race, big mistake. Surprised I didn't get a penalty, to be honest. I thought I'd cut a little bit too much in terms of gaining time, but I slowed down a bit. So it's all good, it seems. There we go, Jorge Navarro up to P3 now. Making good progress. He's within range. I can't see myself winning this race. Marini's got too much pace. I can't close down the gap. So I think P2 might be what the doctor ordered, to be honest. My tyres are going, man. I'm struggling at the minute. Big time. And Navarro is on me. He's right behind me. He's putting pressure on. This might be a tough lap to keep behind. Here we go then. Towards the final few sectors here on the last lap. Made some progress. I've caught up to Marini a bit on this lap, but too little too late, as we don't really have the pace. Here we go then into the chicane. I'm hot, but I'm going to just about get it slowed down. And Marini's going to win though at Assen. I just started to put the pressure on though at the end there. One more lap and I might have had a chance, but we come home P2 and I'll take that, as we outscore Navarro there, so that's good news for us. And as you can see, he comes home P3. We have P2, Brad Binder there, P4 on their KTM, on the actual Tech 3 team, so fair play, that's come out of nowhere. He's been poor all season. Luca Marini picks up the win here today at Assen, and no complaints from me whatsoever there, as we should extend our championship lead now officially to 4 points, and we are the out-and-out leader of the championship, so that's good news for us. Tom Luti P9, Bastianini 8th, Gian Antonio 7th, Marini 6th, Baldassari 5th, Marquez 4th, and Schwarzer 3rd, and then there's quite a gap there to Navarro, almost 40 points. So yeah guys, in terms of the constructors, you can see that we are currently P3, 19 points behind Dynavolt, which is Luti and Schrotzer's team, and 28 points clear of Flexbot's HP 40 there, so we're making good progress at the minute. But that is going to be it guys for this episode of the MotoGP 19 career mode. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like on the video and get subscribed for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and turn on notifications to not miss a single video from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next episode very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.